Hello. So I'm just going to show you another makeup tutorial that I've just done. I'm going to try something different this time so you can actually see my face down the bottom so it doesn't go for as long. I can kind of explain it at the same time. So here we go. So this is me starting off here with a primer. I'm using the Napoleon Perdis primer. So make sure that you're rubbing this one all over your face. Make sure that your face is really clean, moisturized before you put your primer on. Give it a really good solid base. Foundation time. This foundation is perfect for my skin. I don't have a spray tan this time either. I'm not using any brushes, just makes more mess for me, and I was in a bit of a rush, so I'm just using my fingers, rubbing it all in. So I've just fast forwarded this bit as well so you can get the basic gist of it. Just make sure that it's fully blended and you're moving in outward strokes from your T-zone outward. I'm also making sure that you're getting your neck and all around your face there so that you don't get the mask kind of look with your foundation. Make sure it's fully blended in. And now I've just gone back to cover up any dark spots that I've had. So I've got some dark circles under my eyes, so I'm just covering that up as well. And taking my concealer palette, using a lighter colour, I'm going back under my eyes there as well just to lighten that up a little bit. Be really gentle with under your eyes. You can see that I'm just patting that on rather than rubbing it like I was doing with the rest of my face. I'm also just highlighting the top of my nose there with a lighter foundation. Now I take my powder. Lots of that one on there, and just making sure that you're blending your powder all over your face. This also finishes off blending your foundation in as well using the brush. Okay, after that one, now I go and do my eyebrows. Eyebrows are quite tricky, so I like to use a really thin pencil, making sure that it's the same color as your eyebrows or as close to as you can get. Taking your eyebrow pencil from the edge of your eyebrow at the beginning there, like you can see, and drawing a straight line up to the angle where you want your angle to be. And then just filling in the ends. You don't really want to add any thickness to your natural eyebrows. There you go, finished product, eyebrows. So after eyebrows, I do my eyes. So I've just started off using a relatively dark grey brownie eyeshadow, just using an eyeshadow brush. This is actually an angled brush that I like to use just to get right into the creases of your eye. So after I've done the top, I then take the angled brush and just sweep it on the corners and the bottom of my eye just to blend it in a little bit more. Then just fixing it up to make sure that they're even on both sides. Also with eyeshadows, it's good to look at your eyes while they're open because it might look really nice when they're closed and not so good when they're open, but your eyes are open. People are looking at your eyes when they're open, so you need to think about that when you're putting your eyeshadow on. So now I've just taken a lighter rosy coloured pink and just gone from my nose outwards with that one, just in the middle of my eyelid there. And then with a big blending brush, just blended that one all in. And while singing a little song. Okay, I'm using a really dark blush this time with an angled contouring brush. Just really lightly sweep that one onto your face, down your natural cheekbone onto the apple of your cheeks there. So I've done this one really, really lightly, and that way you can build it up. But if you start really lightly, you can always add more, but it is harder to take it off rather than put more on. And here we go, doing my little straight nose trick, fake nose job trick. I just put a little bit on the sides of my nose to make my nose look a bit straighter. And then I've also gone back and just had to retouch up that little bit there as well. So today I'm going to be using a gel eyeliner that just comes in this little palette here with a gel eyeliner brush. And just sweep that from your eye all along the top eyelash lid all the way out. So you can see how I've done that there, filling in the corners, drawing on a little tiny flick. You can see I'm using really, really fine little movements with the brush. That just gives you some more control. And then making sure that both sides are even again. It gives you that look. Quite happy with myself getting it right for the first time, which is quite a feat, as I'm sure many of you know, trying to do liquid eyeliner. So I'm just taking these eyeshadows that I used before just under my eye there, just to give it a little bit more emphasis. So I'm taking the dark grey one along the edges there, along the outsides, and the light rosy coloured one on the insides. And finally apply lashings of mascara and do that zigzaggy motion to stop clumps, zigzag up, and then go on and do the bottom lash as well. Sweep them out to give them that nice big look. There you go, eyes done. Now play with your hair a little bit, that's good. Oh, and I decided to do something a little bit tricky today as well. So I've had this gold eyeshadow that I haven't used. And I decided just to use a tiny, tiny little bit just to swipe that on the top of my cheekbones, and it kind of come up like a shimmery bronzer. And I thought that was quite cool. So I just did a little bit of that. You can see that there, just the most tiny, tiny amount. Just add something extra. It's quite pretty. And then I've just put a lighter coloured eyeshadow underneath my eyebrows there on my brow bone, just to give you that little bit of extra definition. Deciding what lip colour to wear. This is just on my Bobbi Brown palette that I used for my blush, and the same colour of blush comes in a lip gloss, so I've just plopped that one on my lips. Didn't worry about an eyeliner or anything, it's just casual look. And there you go, finished product. I hope you enjoyed everything, and I hope you learnt something, and we'll see you next time. Bye!